with Kyle Evans. Grow with Kyle Evans.
Look at your smiling faces today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet. Good morning. Happy Thursday, man. Halloween Eve, if you will. Guys, we got a good show today for your daily checkup from the neck up. Kyle Evans here, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, number one on the field, number one in your hearts. Something like that. We got some stuff to talk about today, man. We find ourselves deep in the midst, right in the middle, smack dab there of business planning clinic season. If you are in sales, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're running a business, heck, dude, if you just want to improve in any area of your life, we got to plan the work. And we got to work the plan. That's part of this idea here, man. There's a age-old saying, I'm sure you've heard about it before: fail to plan, plan to fail. We're going to spend a couple minutes giving you a brief overview of some of the things you should be thinking about. I had a wonderful opportunity yesterday to do a brief couple-hour business planning clinic with my private mastermind. And so while that was top of mind, I wanted to give you guys just a 20-minute quick overview of some of the things that you should be thinking about, or even encourage you, especially if you're with Keller Williams, to go jump inside of a business planning clinic near you. They're happening all around the nation. And it's just a great time to get your feet on the ground, man, to cast a clear vision, because the truth of the matter is everybody wants a big year. They do. But few people are willing to build the kind of plan that earns one. So again, man, this episode is about clarity. It's about leadership, about maybe getting off the emotional roller coaster of the market and into a model, that actually produces results. Some of us are feeling tired. Some of us are feeling burnt out. Some of us are feeling like we ran a good race this year, and you may have. And if you want to run a good one next year, it's time to start using our noodle here. It's time to start planning some things out. One of the things that I find a lot of times with entrepreneurs, especially salespeople, is they're really good with interpersonal communications. They're really good with talk. Some of the things that they can struggle with sometimes is the math, is the dollars and the cents, the P&Ls, the profit and loss statements, the budgets, the projections, the sales forecast. And even if you're not good at it, you still need to do it, because if you're not doing it, you're leaving money on the table. So I want to start very simple. Easy question for you. What happens if you don't plan? What happens if you don't plan? I'll answer that for you. You drift. You react. You spend more time explaining why things didn't work than building something that does. I want to be very clear with you guys. A plan is not a prediction of the future. None of us have a crystal ball. But a plan is preparation for a future. It's the difference between being busy and being intentional. And Lord knows we fall into that trap more often than not. It's the difference between motion and progress, the difference between busyness and business. Your plan gives you clarity on what matters. If you're running an organization with other human beings in it, it gives you alignment for your people. And it gives you accountability to your goals. Man, when we don't have accountability as human beings in any area of our life, we're prone to wander. It's just a fact. A plan gives us focus for when life gets loud. if your life is anything like mine, which I'm sure it is, it can get very loud. Those decibels can get real high. A plan lets us turn that down and get back to focus. Guys, we can't lead what we don't measure, and we can't measure what we don't plan. We have to firmly and foundationally understand what we measure moves. A goal without a plan, it's simply a wish. And a plan without accountability behind it, it's just a dream. So when we're thinking about these planning things, when we're thinking about where we're going, we have to understand first why we're going. Mindset starts everything. Whether you want to be a successful father or parent or spouse, if you want to be healthy this year, if you want to be wealthy this year, if you want to grow your business, it starts with the 6 inches between your ears. You see, successful people think differently. More often than not, the more you interview them, they think powered by a big why. Said another way, they think powered by a purpose. Now, after they're thinking by purpose, they're thinking by goals. And the best ones aren't just thinking by goals, they're thinking by models to help them attain those goals. And then finally, they layer in action and accountability. So let's break that down. When I say a big why, when I say a purpose, very simply, it's the reason you get up when you don't feel like it. And my God, are there times that we don't feel like it? It's not just the money, it's the meaning. If your why isn't big enough to make you cry, make you a little man misty, make you a little resonative, if that's even a word, it won't be strong. It won't be strong enough to make you do the thing that you know you're supposed to do when you don't feel like doing it. It doesn't have to be save the whales. It can be simply as, man, I want to put new shoes on my kids' feet. I want them to look at me and not be hungry. It's the reason you get up when you don't feel like it. So if you have that purpose, if you define that big why, the next step is very simple. What are your big goals? What are your big models? Stop setting goals that fit your fear. Stop setting goals that fit your fear and then defining it with a word like this. Well, I just want to be realistic. Poo-poo. Get out of here with that. What's realistic to you is not realistic to someone else. Don't tell me that the world has to fall under a definition, your definition of realistic or not. You need to set goals that stretch your faith. And then you get models that give you the guardrails. They don't restrict creativity, they protect it. It gives you implementation before innovation. When we have those big goals and those big models, we have to get into the action and the accountability. The fundamental meaning behind this is when we hear the word accountability, we think restriction. It's not punishment, it's permission. It's how you defend your dream to an objective observer. If I was to follow you around for 7 days, would your actions, would your calendar be in alignment with the things and the goals that you say? How many of us can answer yes to that? Accountability is how you defend your dream to an objective observer. Written goals make you 42% more likely to achieve them. It's a study from Dominican University, Dr. Gail Matthews. Guys, when you add in accountability, it jumps to 77%. That's this thing called the 411 that we use here in Keller Williams in action. So if we understand those base layer principles, those pillars, then we got to understand the big models that get us there. We have 5 fundamental models. An easy way to remember it is elbow. Elbow. Number 1 is the economic model. Where does the money come from? You need to start with net income, not GCI, gross commission income. We don't build a business to gross, we build a business to profit. The model that we found as best practices is 30% cost of sale, 30% OPEX or operating expenses, and 40% net income. If you reverse engineer it, let's say just hypothetically running you through some numbers real quick, if your goal is to net $400,000 this year, you would divide that by 0.4. That would give you $1 million in GCI. Then you need to break that down into the number of units, the number of closings you need, then the number of appointments you need to attain those closings, and then the number of conversations you need to attain those appointments with. This model doesn't lie, it reveals. It takes your emotions out of it, it takes your feelings out of it, and it gives you a factual pathway to the number of money that you desire to profit for you and your family. That is the economic model at its very base layer. As a caveat here, an asterisk, what I'm giving you right now is anywhere between a 4 to 8 hour course that we are cruising through in 20 minutes. There is so much meat on this bone. So we've talked a little bit about the economic model. The next one is the lead generation model. This is where the money really starts. Leads are oxygen. Your goal is to live in a prospecting based and then marketing enhanced business. 82% of your business is going to come from 4 sources. 82%. We call it the rule of 4. I need you to identify them, then I need you to master them, and then finally I need you to repeat them over and over and over again. One of those 4 pillars of your business, the rule of 4, where 82% of it's going to come from, is your database. Said another way, it's your data bank. The currency of your data bank is communication. And in this, we give the millionaire real estate agent touch campaigns. There's 19 to connect, there's 1 to submit, and then there's 36 to convert. If you're not talking to them, I want you to be very clear and understand this. Someone else is, baby. If you're not talking to your people, someone else is. You know the best time to say I love you? It's before somebody else does. So with that, we choose to run a profitable business. We choose to run a database-driven business. We choose to run a prospecting-based and marketing-enhanced business. And with that, some easy things to follow is the 19 touches to connect. The 1 to cement. And then the 36 to convert. So we've talked a little bit about economic model. We talked a little bit about the lead gen model. The next one is the budget model. This is where your money goes, bro. Start thinking investing instead of spending. I need you to lead with revenue. There's a little game we like to play. It's red light, green light. Red light, green light. Stick to the budget. When I say red light, every dollar should be an employee. It works for you or it's fired. Our job isn't to earn money. Our job is to keep it. Playing red light, green light means holding it accountable, looking at this money that I'm investing into a source, a business, a spot that helps generate leads, that helps leverage in my business. Is it generating a return? If it's not, it's red, baby. It's got to go. If it is, best practices 4 or 5 to 1 return on investment, it's green. We keep it. Most real estate agents, most business people out there, most entrepreneurs, they don't even know what the word budget means. They heard about it in storybooks and fairy tales, but it's just a myth. I got news for you. That's how you're going to stay stuck. That's how you're going to stay stuck. I need you to start treating your business like a business. I need you to start acting like a CEO instead of a salesman or woman. Our job is to keep the money we earn. This year, I'm going to challenge you to lean into the budget model. One of the last ones here is the organization model. This is who does what and when. You cannot scale chaos effectively. You can't. You got to leverage with people before you lose your peace. No one succeeds alone. There are 3 key tiring triggers. Number 1 is when you have too many leads to service. Number 2 is when you have an admin who's overwhelmed. And number 3 is when you have untapped opportunity. Too many leads, overwhelmed admin, untapped opportunity. And I want you to remember this. If you don't have an assistant, if you don't have a helper, if you don't have an EA, an admin, you are one. You are one. You need to hire to free yourself from what's holding you back from your lead generation, from your profit driving activities. The last piece of the puzzle in the 5 models is the expansion model. This is when your first 4 models run on systems, you earn the right to scale them. You earn the right to scale them. Expansion isn't just opening a new location, it's duplicating excellence. Come on now. When we take these models and dive into them and unpack them and apply them to our business, success is almost inevitable. But unfortunately, most of us don't slow down to pay attention to the rules. There's a book right here, right here, called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. If you're interested in these models that I just discussed, it's all right there. Gary Keller lines them out very clearly in the pages. It is a way to run a successful business. Now, if we have the models and the systems and we have our purpose, what we're going to need next is accountability. There's this tool called the 4-1-1. 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 year. It's not a to-do list. It's a must-do list. The 4-1-1 takes your big goals and breaks it down and chunks it down into daily disciplines. It takes the someday dream and it forces it into the right now if you want clarity. This is just a quick idea of how it looks. My annual goal is to net 400,000. Well, that means monthly I need to close 12 units. That means weekly I need to go on 8 appointments. That means daily I need to talk to 20 people. You can't control closings, but you can control your conversations. That's where your focus lives. That's where your freedom lives. That discipline is what's going to equal the freedom. So let's bring this all together for 2026 in your mini business planning clinic, your little tiny piece of it. Number 1, I want you to reflect on 2025. Review what worked, what didn't. Where did I feel stress? Where did I feel friction? Where did I not apply myself? Where did I fall short? Where could I have been better? What skills am I missing? Reflect. The second one is vision. I need you to define your 2026 goal in vivid detail. The clearer, the better. Reflect, have the vision, then we've got a plan. We've got to map it using the economic model, lead generation model, the budget model, and the org model. Take that budget and allocate where your dollars, where they will multiply, not where they will evaporate. Then I need you to execute it. I need you to calendar it. I need you to communicate it. And more importantly, I need you to commit to it. Because frankly, I don't give a rip about what your goals are. I care so much about what your commitments are, though. I need you to tie a bow on all this, and I need you to inspect what you expect, which means building a cadence of accountability. Maybe it's a daily huddle for activity. Maybe it's a weekly scorecard for progress. Maybe it's monthly reviews for profit. Maybe it's quarterly celebrations of growth. Your plan at the base layer, which all of this is, said very simply, your plan is a promise to yourself. Your plan is a promise to yourself. Do you have a good promise to yourself, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet? If you're a real estate agent out there and you're looking to dive into this, consider getting a MAPS coach, someone to walk alongside you, arm in arm, help you through these models, help you through these systems, help you through the accountability and the plan. Go get yourself in a business planning clinic near you. There is no model for chaos. Success is not random, it's replicated. Stop trying to wing your way to wealth. Stop confusing effort with effectiveness and stop calling hope, my God, a strategy, because it's not. Build your plan, work the plan, and live your plan. Because when your plan is aligned with your purpose, your results will align with your potential. Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you for joining me every morning. If you need me, call me, message me, DM me, whatever you got. I'm here for you guys. Go have a great day, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Grow with Kyle Evans.